my co-host Mary Mbila. You've had the opportunity to tour through the farm and get this whole cycle. In this section, we are going to cover some of the areas that you've not done there. We're also going to cover on feeds, waste management, and Juncao Grass. Remember, anytime you reach out to us, we can help you shape your farm, design your farm, construct your farm, and advise you on feeding and management of your cows. So, back to you, Mr. Ken.
Yes,
today you've really given us a lot of information. What is the probability of a cow in this farm to give birth to a she calf?
Here we've attained at least a proper percentage in terms of calving, despite some challenges. But here, in terms of serving, there's no much problem, because we have our own vets in contact, ready, waiting just to receive our calls.
Wow.
And now, what he normally do, he doesn't even say that he doesn't have the semen. He normally comes with our semen that are very much corroded, then inseminated the animals, then we wait. And we do proper timing in terms of insemination. Okay. So the probability is a bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I heard you mention about vet. Like, how many times have you encountered a scare of maybe diseases with your animals?
It's very rare with diseases, despite some maybe mastitis, which is very rare also, because we have managed that one to the minimal level. And also we have either pneumonia, maybe to some in-calf, one by one, or also nothing else. Okay. No, we don't experience much.
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of disease management or prevention, let's talk of prevention. What are some of the measures you've taken and maybe some of the routine practices you have?
In terms of mastitis, we've located each and every person on his own area of milking. No interchange unless when we get a new employees. Another things, our hygiene, the utensils that we use, we make them thoroughly clean and they are dried up until the milking times. So we have carved that one to a zero level.
Okay.
And then in terms of person who is milking, we ensure he is always clean and the area is always clean. So proper hygiene, we maintain it in our milking shed. Yes. So
I believe I have also seen like you processing your milk.
Yes.
Are there any times that maybe you faced challenges there before of having milk going bad, or maybe problems with milk that made you have that vision of now processing the milk, having refrigerators and pasteurizing machines?
In the past, because of the volume that we used to produce, we used to lose a lot in terms of milk production. But since we introduced the fertilizers, if we get the quantity that goes to the market, the other one will really fertilizes, and that one is also another value addition. So that once you fertilize it, it goes to our selling points. It lasts for long.
Okay.
It lasts for a long time, and the customers there, they really enjoy that one because it is already fertilized and it's germs free. So they enjoy that milk. Okay. Yes.
So like for the biogas, I can see on my right hand side we have the biogas. So this you said you're using primarily for cooking and maybe sometimes powering.
Yes.
How often do you fill up with the manure?
Yes, in Weroda farm we have two biogas. We have the old system and this new system. In this biogas, we normally use it to light to light in our kitchen. It's also operating some gadgets like a surf cutter, and also pumping the water system in this farm. So it is easier to pump with the biogas, and it has curved that cost of using the electricity expenses. We have a hybrid solar system where we use it when the sun is so intense, we utilize that power. When it is a bit lower, it changes to grid power.
Okay.
So it is very useful in this farm.
System.
It's a circular system. And also it lights some bulbs, like security bulbs, as you can see in our field. So there is no time we get what we call blackout in this security system.
Okay.
Yes.
I know one of the things that many people assume is the power of the bioslurry. That is the waste from the biogas. Not waste as per se. I've seen a whole pool of bioslurry. What would you say in relation to the growth of the Juncao that I see? How is it helpful in the farm?
You see, when sometimes it's dry, this one, the slurry, we use it as an organic fertilizer. We just spread it to a Juncao. That you can see is very healthy. As you can see, this very healthy, and because of that, utilizing that organic fertilizer from the slurry. And sometimes we also spread it in our farm. It's like a fertilizer. It's like a fertilizer that you normally increase the soil fertility and become healthy and produce healthy napier, as you can see back at the back.
Now, which variety of napier grass is this?
The variety behind us is the Juncao. And you can see the advantages is very green because it's healthy of using this slurry, which is like a fertilizer. You fertilize the soil and become more healthy, and it grows vigorously. As you can see, this is just 1 week napier which has been trimmed, and it has grown vigorously. It has reached that level of 1.5, which is more required to be fed directly to either to the animals, or it can be utilized in another way.
Yes.
By cutting and reduces some water. You dry it a bit, then it can be used tomorrow. Now, this napier you can see here, it has stabilized this bank. It has stabilized the bank of the dam. It is more rich in crude proteins. And also it can be used even in dry areas. Like now, most farmers have sourced these varieties, these cuttings from here, and they have planted them in the dry areas like Garissa, even like West Pokot, like Turkana. Those dry areas, it does best in those dry areas, and also in wet areas. And you can see it grows up. It grows up to where? It is, because this is our nursery. This is our nursery site. You can see it has grown even a bit 8 meters, 10 meters.
Yes.
This is our nursery site. But this one, you can feed it because it has reached that level of 1.5, 1.8 meters.
Okay.
That is where the optimum protein lies.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, I'm seeing you holding the cuttings. How many cuttings were planted in each of those stumps that I see there?
This cutting, the cutting you can see that I'm holding here is a similar cutting that you can see producing this huge stump here. So there is one cutting, and the way of cutting, it has one. This is what we call internode. It has 2 nodes. This one and this one. This is a growing bud. This is another growing bud. You just dig 6 inches trench. Once you dig a 6 inches trench, you make their 1 meter wide apart. 1 meter, 1 meter. Then in that trench, you dip it horizontally. You lie it in the trench horizontally. When these buds, they are looking side by side, then you cover it with a slight soil. You just cover it slightly with soil. Then you wait maybe until the germination starts. Once you find it, the germination has grown maybe 2 to 3 leaves, you come and now put it there, the compost, manure, then you heap it. And from one cutting to the other, it goes to 75 centimeters. 75 centimeters. Then from one row to the other is 1 meter apart. Yes.
So that's amazing. So I can see it's very healthy, and for any farmer, I encourage you to plant Juncao because it's real, it's doing wonders. So how many tons can I get of this in a year, maybe in an acre, and how many cows can I feed or goats?
Okay. In an acre of land, we can plant this cutting 4,900, of which you can achieve 10 tons. 10 tons of 10 tons of napier. And that one you can use it in terms, you can use it in silage, and you can see if you have planted 1 acre of maize, is you have a likelihood of getting maybe 60 tons. But this one, you get maybe you get 30 tons.
30 tons per
30
cutting.
tons per the acre. Yes.
That's amazing, and I believe for farmers this is the way to go. I have seen dopper sheep.
Yes.
How is the dopper sheep in this farm, and how are you managing them?
You see, we have started now layering the dopper seeds because actually we have enough fodder, and the characteristics of this area sometimes it becomes dry. So the dopper seeds do well in this climate, in this area, as you can see, because their adaptation is more higher in this area. That's why we are keeping those dopper seeds.
Okay.
And we normally feed them fresh, with the fresh Juncao napier. So we cut it and spread it there, then they feed directly.
Wow. So what is your last advice to the farmers in regards to daily farming and general farming and the challenges they might face?
One thing that I will encourage the dairy farmers, one thing they should ensure, let them have enough fodder in their land so that they can minimize time of going to source other napiers from other areas, and also to have the availability of fodder in their farm. It will be very easier to feed the animals, and also to cut the expense of buying other items. So it will cut the expense of buying other items. So I would encourage them to plant in napier, Juncao in particular, so that they can have fodder available in their farms. And this one is going to help them increase their milk production. So what I would say, for those farmers who are willing to buy Juncao from this Wilder farm is situated in Jolo, sub-county, Nakuru County. So I would like them to book anytime they want to pay a visit in this farm. Then we'll give them local arrangement at the time they will come. They will study more what we are doing in this farm, and they will enjoy the dairy farming in their life.
That brings us to the end of this amazing trip. Now the doors have been opened for you at Wilder Farm. You now know what's here. And before everything else, we don't want you to get the best cow before you have the best feeds. That's why planting Juncao should be your #1 step. We have taken you through how you feed, how you prepare, and how you can utilize a circular flow when you're doing your farm. Reach out to us anytime that you want to establish your farm. We'll guide you, we'll help plan it. Remember, you can source Juncao directly from us here at Kilimo Faida TV, and you're going to ensure you get it fresh, the right one, the quality one from Wilder Farm. Until next time, I was your host, B. Kimani.